All right. Welcome. We'll start in the most comfortable seated position um, that you can find. So that might mean wiggling around a little bit, or it might mean lying down. Maybe that's more comfortable for you. It might mean putting something behind your back. If self supporting feels like a lot right now, that's totally fine. And then we'll think about getting comfortably tall. So you could imagine the energy coming up the front of your body and going over your head and then coming down your back. And maybe you want to inhale and visualize that energy coming up the front of the body and exhale down the spine all the way to your tailbone like a big loop. That can help you, again, comfortably tall. So sometimes the shoulders want to come up towards the ears and you just relax them. Let them be heavy. You can choose to have your hands palm face up. That's to get energy if you're feeling like you need some more energy today. Or you could have your palms face down if you're looking for some grounding, some stability, some, you feel like you need to come back to earth. And as we watch the breath coming up the sternum and over the head and exhaling down the spine, we'll just notice the quality of that breath. You don't need to change it. Notice whether the breath is coming in and out of the mouth or in and out of the nose. Notice whether that breath is landing in the chest. You can feel the chest rise and fall. Or whether that breath is in the ribs. Maybe you can feel the ribs expanding and contracting. And then invite that breath down into the belly. Invite the diaphragm to get involved. So allowing the belly to expand on the inhale and sink on the exhale. And this doesn't have to be forceful. We're not going to muscle through our breath work. We're just allowing, inviting, encouraging, and let the diaphragm get involved. The diaphragm is super important in our rest and digest response. So the vagus nerve travels all the way from the base of the spine down into our gut. And when we allow these nice, calming, big breaths, slow on the inhale, even slower on the exhale, it signals that we're safe. It signals that we can repair. It lowers our stress response. If you like, you can close your eyes. And if that's not comfortable, no problem. Just lower your gaze, make your eyes go a little fuzzy. And we'll come to an intention, whatever it is that you want to manifest in your life at this moment. It could be something: I am calm. I am present. I am relaxed. All we're doing is being judgment-free and allowing whatever happens to happen. So don't hold that intention too tightly. Let it out into the universe. Let the universe help make it so. And we'll start with 3 breaths in through the nose and a long, slow exhale out the mouth. In through the nose and a long, slow exhale through the mouth. One more just like that. And then seeing, where is the breath landing now? Can you feel it in your chest? Can you feel it in your ribs? How's the belly? Let it swell on the inhale, sink on the exhale. And then we'll have you breathe into your back. Really focusing and thinking about, how does the back feel? And how can we bring the air into our back ribs, our back lungs? And this might be difficult at first. It might be like, I can't really feel this. It can sometimes help if you lean against something and you feel your back ribs pressing into the back of the wall or the back of the chair. Again, not forcefully, just allowing, just feeling, how does it feel to use all 360 degrees of real estate in the lungs, filling the lungs, and then slowly exhaling, breathing into that back space, breathing into the upper back. Maybe visualize the ribs beneath the shoulder blades, breathing into the mid back, breathing into the low back, and then allowing the breath to come back to whatever feels natural, whatever feels normal enough. Seeing how you feel. Is there any way you can make yourself even more comfortable, even 1% more comfortable? Do you need to move a little bit? Do you need to switch how you're sitting a little bit? Is there tension in your hands or in your shoulders or in your jaw that you can let go of? Allow yourself a nice big yawn in through the mouth and out through the mouth. Maybe wiggling the jaw left and right. Letting the eyes be heavy. And feeling the breath on the upper lip as you breathe in and out. You move into some very gentle movements, bringing the chin to the chest. Inhaling here. And exhaling, bringing the head up and back, feeling a slight back bend in the spine. And exhaling to round the back, tucking the chin to the chest. These can be as slow or as fast as feels good in your body. Inhaling to bring the chin up, back bend into cow pose. And exhaling into cat pose, rounding the spine. And do a couple more like this. Maybe you feel the hips switching from a posterior to an anterior tilt as you tip the hips forward to look up. And then slightly tucking the tailbone and tipping the hips backwards to look down. And then coming into neutral. If you want to keep your eyes closed, that's fine, or you can cover the eyes and blink them open if that helps. Some people have a little bit of vertigo when we're moving, so do what feels right to you. And we'll inhale, looking over the right shoulder, and exhaling back to center. Inhaling over the left shoulder, and exhaling back to center, taking your time here, really feeling into what does your body want, how big of a twist feels good in your spine, but always following the breath, exhaling back to center and twisting the other way. Being mindful of how your body feels, being mindful of how your breath feels. And not rushing. There's no need to match my pace. There's no need to do the best or the most twists or the deepest twists you've ever done. Our bodies are different every day. Ask your body what it wants. And then do your best to give it that. We'll do one more. And we'll meet back in a nice, tall, seated position. Bring the shoulders up to the ears. We'll hold them here for a few seconds and let them go with a sigh. Bringing a little bit of tension with the shoulders up, up, up. You can even make fists if that feels good, and then let it all go. We'll do one more like that. Let it go. And we'll slowly twist the head really gently. Be nice to your neck. Don't dump into the neck. But doing some head circles in one direction. Inhaling as we're in the front. And exhaling as we're looking up. Matching the movement to the breath. And when it feels good, switching directions. And come back to a nice tall seat. Bring a bit of movement into the wrists. However fast or slow feels good. You can change how this feels by making some monster claws. Or you can intensify the feeling in the wrists by making fists, tucking the thumbs in. Going both directions. Challenge yourself. You can go both in one direction and both in the other direction. For whatever reason, that's tougher for me than going both out and in. And maybe you interlock your fingertips and really do some figure eights to shake it out. Lovely. And then if you like, we can settle back in. We're gonna finish with a body scan. So get yourself nice and comfortable. Again, leaning back in your chair is fine. Laying on the floor or a bed or a couch is fine. And then close your eyes if you like. Or again, settle your gaze on one point of focus, drishti. And just come into your body. If there's any places that still feel tight or constricted, allow them to relax. Breathe into them. If you made an intention at the beginning of our time together, you can call that intention back. Thank it for coming to you. Make a note of one small thing you can do to carry that intention out into the rest of your day. And we'll start our body scan from the right foot today. So really think deeply about that right foot, about the right big toe, and the second toe. Thinking about the third toe, the fourth toe, and the pinky toe. Even if it's hard to really discern which is which, just thinking about them, allowing them to relax, wishing them well, telling them they're doing a good job. Thinking about the top of the foot, bringing the attention there. All of the bones that make up the toes and the foot, the arch of the right foot, the ball of the right foot, and the heel of the right foot. Thinking deeply about the right ankle. And then walking the attention up the right shin, all the way up to the kneecap, the inner knee, the back of the knee. And thinking about the calf, the muscles behind the lower leg, from the knee all the way down to the Achilles. Let that whole leg be heavy. Thinking about the quadriceps, the muscles from the knee on the front of the thigh all the way up to the hip. And thinking about the hamstrings from the back of the thigh down to the back of the knee. The whole right leg sinking into the hips, the right hip, the right side, the right lung, the right shoulder, and the right upper arm, bicep and the tricep, the right elbow, the right lower arm, front and back, the wrist, the palm of the right hand, the back of the right hand, and all 5 fingers of the right hand, the thumb, index, middle finger, the ring finger, and the pinky finger. Let the whole right arm be heavy. And then bring your attention all the way back down to the left foot, the left toes. Thinking deeply about the left big toe, the second toe, the third toe, the fourth toe, and the baby toe. The top of the left foot, the arch of the left foot, the ball of the foot and the heel, the left ankle, the left shin, up to the knee, the kneecap, the inner knee, and the back of the knee. Thinking about the lower leg from the back of the knee all the way down to the Achilles, to the heel. And then thinking about the quads from the knee up to the hip on the front of the thigh. And then thinking about the back of the upper leg, the hamstrings from the hip down to the back of the knee. Letting that left leg be really heavy, be relaxed. And then thinking about the left hip sinking into your chair, letting the chair do the work, letting the ground support you. The left side of the belly and the left lung, the ribs, the chest. The left side is where your heart is. Maybe you linger there for a moment. Maybe you can feel your heartbeat. Bringing the attention up to the left shoulder and the left upper arm, the bicep and the tricep, into the left elbow, the lower arm, the wrist, the palm of the hand and the back of the hand, and all 5 fingers on the left side, the thumb, index, the middle finger, the ring finger, and the pinky finger. Letting that whole left be. And then bringing the attention to the neck, to the chin, to the jaw, to all of your teeth. Maybe the tongue is stuck in the roof of the mouth. Allow it to relax, allow it to come down, allow it to find space in the bottom of your mouth. Allowing your nose to relax and allowing the eyes to sink into their sockets. Let them be heavy, left side and right side. Relaxing the ears, the left and the right. And then bringing the attention to the crown of the head. And then just like we did in the very beginning of our time together, we'll inhale up the front of the body all the way from the tips of the toes to the crown of the head, and exhale down the back side of the body, grounding us all the way down the spine, down the backs of the legs, through the heels, back into the earth. Inhaling up from the earth all the way to the crown of the head. And exhaling down the back of the neck, back of the spine, back of the legs into the earth. We'll do a few more rounds of breath like that. And we'll find just the slightest bit of movement in the fingertips and the feet. Maybe you just press lightly into the toes and into the heels. Maybe elongate one leg and then the other, walking into the hips really gently. Maybe your body's asking for a little twist. Maybe it's asking for a big stretch. And then when you're ready, if your eyes are closed, you can blink open your eyes and come back into the space.